worrying about me. But it's an amazing thing. Now we gave, as I said, last year we gave $1.5 billion. Each year it becomes bigger and bigger because they want more loans, they want bigger loans, and more people join in. And it continues. So conventional banks are owned by rich people. If you own a bank, you must be very rich. And particularly rich men. We reverse that. Grameen Bank is owned by poor people, the borrowers of Grameen Bank, and poor women because they are the women. Grameen Bank borrowers are all women. So it's a bank owned by poor women, working for poor women. So it's not something owned by somebody else outside. I don't own Grameen Bank. The borrowers own Grameen Bank. Since they are the owners, you have such a big bank, how do you run it? They have a board, just like any other bank. Board is made of their own representatives, their representatives coming from the villages. The women who, for the first time coming to the city because she became the board member of Grameen Bank, she never been to the second floor of a building. So for her, it's quite a strange thing to see a second floor of a building because she lives next to the floor. So Grameen Bank headquarters is a 21-storied building. So for them, it's quite a surprise to see how can you go up so much. So they are the one who runs this bank. And they run it very well. So now that idea became known as microcredit. This is now spreading in other countries. As I do microcredit, I come very close to those people because I go to people house by house. In the beginning, it's very intensive because I want to understand. I didn't know anything, whether this go. Everybody says it won't work. So I have to check and double check everything I'm doing. Am I right or they are right? So I know everybody. And I see a lot of things. Then I realize what a difference being a university teacher, and many of you are university teachers. That's how I felt. You felt you know everything. You learned along the way everything, and you have a kind of a global view of your subject. That's what the university teacher is supposed to be. You get a bird's eye view. You fly very high. You see a lot. In the village, when I go close to them, suddenly I felt I never saw anything flying up. For the first time, I'm seeing things. I'm seeing people. I never saw people. I had only numbers. I saw this is a labor, this is a farm. You know how the economics diagram goes. I never knew them. These are people. Completely different than what I read in the textbooks. These are full of emotions, full of dreams, full of actions. I was totally mesmerized seeing people at close range. Then I thought, what I have done coming to this village, working with these people together, I realized what my bird's eye view deceived me. Now I got the worm's eye view, like a little worm. I creep on this ground, I see everything very clearly. I see if the enemy is coming, I can protect myself. If it's some barrier, I can go around because I know everything. As a bird, I didn't see anything. I imagined things, made up assumptions, and made the story to convince myself, which has nothing to do with which is in the ground. This is first realization came to me, how I got this sense of emptiness because I didn't see anything. For the first time, I'm seeing it. When you see a lot of things, not just loan sharks, money lenders. You see many other things. They are daily problems. The first thing that struck me, something which I never had any idea. Every house I go, every family I meet in the village, one of the children, the two of the children I see, cannot see at night. And I couldn't believe that such a thing existed, that children cannot see at night. And I was very puzzled because it's so common. So I started talking to my friends who are doctors, who are medical practitioners. I said, what is this? They say, well, this is called night blindness. I said, yeah, I see that at night they become blind. This is what you call it? He said, night blindness. Is this a disease? Is it infectious disease? No, it's not infectious. It is lack of vitamin A. Is there a cure for that? Can these children become well, can see day and night? I said, well, it's a very simple cure. I said, what is it? Give them vitamin A tablets. Or ask them to eat some good vegetable with lots of vitamin A. I said, what are those vegetables? He said, these are the vegetables. I took it seriously. I forgot, I dismissed the whole idea of tablets because then people have to run around to find tablets. Vegetable options look very good. They can grow vegetable anytime they want. So I started spreading, telling everybody you have to feed the children vegetables, make sure you have vegetables. They said, yes, yes, you'll do that, we'll do that. You go back again 4 months, 5 months back, you check up the same thing, raise the same issue. Nothing happened. There's still same blindness, same thing. Did you give them vegetable to eat? Oh no, we didn't do it. Why? We don't have the seed to grow vegetable. So how can we grow vegetables? There's no seed. Then I thought of, why don't I bring seed? Because they need seed. Then I thought, if I just give the seed, they may plant, they may not plant. So I took the idea that I will sell the seeds. Then somebody who buys it, he will be serious because he's paying for it. I made 1 taka sachet, so slightly less than a rupee. Each packet, each sachet is $1. The expensive seeds have fewer seeds, cheaper seeds have lots of seeds, but always 1 taka. Then instructed all my staff when they go to meet the borrowers at their doorstep to carry the seed packets and explained why this seed packet is and sell them if they are interested. Gradually, this became more and more interesting. People start buying those packets. And as they started growing vegetables, they get very excited. There's beautiful vegetables coming all around because you just sprinkle them, they grow. As Grameen Bank grew, as we become bigger and bigger, my seed business getting bigger and bigger. Not only the Grameen Bank borrower buying it, non-Grameen Bank borrower, they're also buying it because it's so beautiful. At one time, when we became pretty big, we became the largest vegetable seed seller in the country. And by that time, night blindness disappeared from the country. Today, you go to a village in Bangladesh, ask about night blindness, people will look at each other, they don't even understand what you're talking about. They never heard about this thing. You tell them, do your children see things even? They say, why not? What's the problem? Because it's past. Nobody even remembers it anymore. So I didn't have to be a doctor. I didn't know anything about health. I saw a problem. I asked for a solution. Gave me a very simple solution. I took it.